This is the online orientation for new students in the Special Support Services program at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. You have been accepted into the Special Support Services program and must complete this online orientation before starting any of our services. Please follow along closely and take notes as you go. You can rewind as needed, and you will be required to answer questions throughout the video. Welcome to Special Support Services. I'm John Foreman, the Director of Special Support Services and the Student Success Center. You are about to begin a new chapter in your life, and let me assure you that you have made the right decision. The time you spend at UNCG will be filled with new challenges, opportunities, adventures, and some frustration. We see these challenges as opportunities for growth as you proceed through your college career. Special Support Services is designed to maximize academic performance and is focused on individual need. Enrollment is open to eligible undergraduate students with continuing access until graduation. Participating in Special Support Services is a wonderful opportunity. Where else could you find free academic and personal support services designed for your particular needs? Our professional and student staff is here to guide and instruct you in the academic challenges ahead. During this orientation, you will hear from each of the professional staff about where and how to find them, and you can always access our contact information from our website at success.uncg.edu. There are benefits for participating in Special Support Services, and here they are. All of the available academic support services are free of charge. All of our SSS students receive free printing in the learning and tutorial labs. You will have a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable professional and paraprofessional staff throughout your semester and years with the SSS program. Our SSS students are retained at a high rate each year. Our SSS students are also attaining higher course grades and cumulative grade point averages than most other students here at the university. And lastly, our SSS students graduate at a high rate annually. This online Special Support Services orientation is crafted as a guide to the program and community that you are joining. You will learn about three components of the SSS program. Get a virtual tour of the SSS learning and tutorial labs and offices, and respond to questions about your requests for services and your agreement with the SSS Contract of Services. Special Support Services is a TRIO educational support program sponsored by the U.S. Department of Education and the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. The Special Support Services staff will be on hand to assist and guide you from beginning to end. We are here to help you find solutions to common challenges that may confront you during your undergraduate career. Descriptions of program services and activities are included, along with the steps you need to take to get started. Remember to take notes and jot down questions throughout this orientation. If you have any questions, be sure to bring them with you to our first meeting. Now let's get you oriented. Special Support Services is one of 8 programs funded by the Federal TRIO Grant, which is geared towards providing educational and economic opportunities to those unable to afford them. TRIO programs were created in response to President Lyndon Johnson's War on Poverty, with the purpose of assisting first-generation college students low-income individuals and individuals with disabilities to progress through their academics to gain a college degree. The goal of each program is to support students to ensure their academic success. TRIO grant programs, like Special Support Services, require the support of Congress and the President in the yearly fiscal budget so that we can continue to provide these vital services to our students. We are proud of the accomplishments of our SSS students, and we make sure our representatives in Washington know it. In fact, UNCG's Special Support Services program was among the very first SSS programs established, and it has continuously obtained funding as a TRIO grant program since 1970. That's 44 years so far. As one of the longest-running SSS programs in the nation, Special Support Services at UNCG has a tradition of excellence. Each year, we look forward to welcoming new students into our program who we know will add to our long history of accomplishments. We have a talented and caring group of professional and peer staff members in the Special Support Services program. Kara Baldwin will tell you about the support services that she and the graduate assistant in academic skills provide through the academic skills component. Sharice Robinson will describe how she and her student success assistants help students through counseling services. And Leah McLeah will talk with you about the tutoring services in SSS and the great group of peer and professional tutors that she trains to work with you. Tom Baxter is our go-to office assistant who can help you with your requests and general questions about the Special Support Services program. Now, let me turn this over to Kara Baldwin to tell you more about the Academic Skills Services component.
Hello, I'm Kara Baldwin, your Senior Assistant Director for Academic Skills Services. My role in SSS is to help you develop your study, reading, and writing skills so that you get the most out of the work you put into your studies. Earning a college degree requires dedication and a great amount of time and effort, and I am here to guide you in finding the best strategies for earning your degree. Let me tell you about how the academic skills component works and what steps you need to take to get started. During academic skills sessions, you will work with me or the grad assistant through different learning strategies that best fit your style and your course material. Typically, we will cover strategies on time management, concentration, note-taking, reading, studying, and test-taking. We also help students develop their research and writing skills in coordination with essay assignments in your classes and with test prep for the GRE, MCAT, or other graduate school placement exams. Before we can get started with our initial consultation, I need to know more about the skills areas you are concerned about and that may need improvement. In a moment, I will ask about your concerns, which we will compare to your scores on 3 required online assessments. Then, you will meet one-on-one with either me or the graduate assistant to talk through your concerns and your assessment results. We'll also discuss what expectations you have for the semester and for the courses in which you are enrolled. After that, you will have an academic skills session once a week for 30 to 45 minutes, during which you learn and practice these strategies with your current class materials. Usually, students cover all of the skills areas that they need within 8 to 10 sessions. When we are finished with your action plan, we'll talk through your accomplishments and decide if we need to keep working on any particular skills area. Even when you are finished with your action plan, we are always here to meet with you and help you overcome any academic obstacles that you face. Oftentimes, students return to academic skills for help with an essay or in later semesters when adjusting to new courses and new professors. Please feel free to contact me or the graduate assistant, even if you just want to stop in and brag about an awesome grade. Now, please take a moment to respond to the following question about which skills areas you are requesting to work on. Now that we know your concerns, I also ask that you complete 3 assessments that give me a better indication of your current knowledge of specific study, reading, and writing strategies. These 3 assessments are taken online via access codes that I will send to you by email once you have completed this online orientation. Remember, you must complete all 3 assessments before we can meet for academic skills and before you can be assigned tutors. The first assessment is called the ELASI, or Electronic Learning and Study Strategies Inventory. This assessment evaluates your study skills and habits in 10 specific academic skills areas. The survey asks approximately 80 questions geared towards your likelihood of using various study strategies. Though there is no maximum time limit to complete the ELASI, it does require that you complete it in one session, which on average takes students 25 to 35 minutes. The second assessment evaluates your close reading skills for academic texts. The ORA, or Online Reading Assessment, provides 6 short passages followed by 5 to 6 multiple choice questions about what you read. You are able to refer back to the reading as you answer questions, and there is no maximum time limit to complete the ORA, but it does require that you complete the entire exam in one session. On average, the ORA takes 45 to 60 minutes to complete. The third and final assessment is a writing diagnostic that asks you to respond in essay form to one of 2 topics. This assessment allows me to have a better understanding of your comfort level with grammar, formatting, and developing a main thesis through at least 3 paragraphs. The essay needs to be at least 1 page and does not require outside research. When all 3 assessments are completed and turned in to me, we can move forward with planning your first skills meeting and assigning tutors for any course that you request. As I mentioned, the 3 assessments required for SSS are taken online via access codes that I will send to you by email once you have completed this online orientation. You must complete all 3 assessments, as well as the Spartan Sense assignments that you will learn about in the Counseling Services section, within 2 weeks of completing this online orientation. This ensures us that you are dedicated to SSS and that you will be ready for our services at the very start of the semester. But if you must wait until you are on campus to take your assessments, please let me know. When you receive the email from me with the assessment access codes, reply to schedule an appointment with me. We are big fans of using the Google Calendar that is connected to our UNCG iSpartan email accounts to schedule appointments with students. Watch and learn how easy it is to use Google Calendar. For your first appointment, I or the grad assistant will send you a link to our Google Calendar that looks like this. Once you click on this link, on the calendar you will notice slots called skills sessions that mark available times to meet. Click on the day and time that works with your schedule. When a second box opens that says Book an Appointment, click Save. We will both receive an email at our UNCG iSpartan account that lets us know our appointment has been set. So this is the end of my part of online orientation, the academic skills component. I look forward to working with you in the upcoming semesters. Once you're finished with the whole orientation, keep a lookout in your UNCG iSpartan email account about the assessments. And if you have any questions for me in the meantime, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Now let me send this over to Cherise Robinson to tell you about the Counseling Services component in SSS.
Hi, my name is Cherise Robinson, and I'm your Assistant Director for Counseling Services. I'm located in McKeever 142B. You can reach me via email or phone. As a counselor, I can help you become better acclimated to being a college student, whether you're a freshman or a transfer student. I can help you deal with various situations and hurdles as they arise throughout your college career, such as dealing with roommates or talking to instructors. I can also help you with making decisions best for you and your college career, such as finding your strengths and planning for the future. As a new SSS student, you will complete a counseling survey so that I can see what areas you wish to work on. Our first meeting will be to discuss the survey that you will complete later on during the orientation. Then we will develop an action plan in which we will address throughout the semester. You may also participate in various group sessions that will be held throughout the semester. Appointments are not necessary for the group sessions and are only open to current SSS members. We will go over how to make an appointment with me later on. Appointments are not required but are strongly encouraged. Like Kara, I also use Google Calendar. This is my link, and it can always be found in the signature line of any email that I send. Once you click on the link, you will be taken to this screen. Click on the words SSS Counseling Appointments. Times will vary throughout the semester. If there is ever a time that you cannot make an appointment, feel free to email me. I will always do my best to accommodate you. Once here, select a time that works best for you. Your appointment will appear on both of our calendars. If you have selected to receive reminders, you will be reminded of our appointment. Appointments will always take place in McKeever 142B. If something comes up and you need to speak to me, feel free to stop in. Keep in mind that appointments are strongly recommended and will be seen first, but walk-ins are welcome. There are various resources available to you that go along with the counseling component. You may decide to work with one of our student success assistants, which are also known as peer mentors. You're going to learn about financial literacy and money management. You're able to participate in group sessions and social events throughout the semester, allowing you to meet and network with other SSS students. You'll be given the opportunity to take the self-directed search, which is a career assessment to help determine the best major for you. And you can participate in free graduate and professional school trips within North Carolina. So who are our student success assistants and what do they do? Well, they're bright upper-level students who've had considerable success at the university. They've done well in coursework and they've gotten involved on campus. They are eager to assist you in getting off to the best possible start. Some SSAs were even special support student participants during their freshman year. In addition, they have received training in the art of helping. Student success assistants can help you deal with homesickness, give you tips on how to save money on school supplies and other expenses, give you inside information about instructors and courses that they've taken, introduce you to their friends or suggest how you can make friends of your own at UNCG, explain university policies and procedures that can be sometimes difficult to understand, help you make decisions about joining a student organization or a special activity, let you know if your thoughts and fears or reason for concern are just a regular part of being a freshman or even a transfer student. They can suggest ways in which you can capitalize on your strengths both in and out of the classroom, direct you to the right area or department or even person that you may need help from, and finally serve as a good listener. If you requested to work with a peer mentor, you will be invited to a meet and greet where you will be given the opportunity to learn more about each mentor. Afterwards, you will be asked to decide who you feel is the best fit for you and then assigned a mentor. You will then receive an email or phone call to arrange your first one-on-one meeting with your mentor. You should expect to meet with your mentor either weekly or bi-weekly. There are some expectations once you begin working with your peer mentor. First, show up on time. Communicate with your mentor if you are unable to meet at a previously agreed upon time and location. Be respectful of their time. Remember that they are there to help you, not to do things for you. Finally, be prepared to participate and listen. Next, we're going to talk about Spartan Sense. You may also hear it called financial literacy. So why do we do Spartan Sense? As a student, some things are common sense. For example, you should know where your classes are located prior to the first day. We believe money management and financial literacy are not things that can be considered common sense. By participating in Spartan Sense, you will learn money smarts and financial literacy information that will benefit you in college and beyond. So don't leave your finances up to chance. Utilize Spartan Sense. It's your money and your future. As a student at UNCG, you will learn a lot in and out of the classroom. We believe Money Smarts is not a lesson you should learn by trial and error. Therefore, we have created resources for you to learn financial literacy basics. Your experiences at UNCG will be influenced by your life and where you are in your educational journey. For example, being a freshman versus a senior, traditional age versus an adult student, a residential student versus a commuter student. We believe that a financial literacy program should be able to be individualized so that participants can access useful information based on their needs at any given time. A variety of information should be available for students so that they are able to learn financial literacy that will benefit them. Spartan Sense has information for everyone, regardless of where they are in their life and educational journey. One of the counseling component requirements is that you complete 2 hours of financial literacy. In order to complete this, you will need to go to www.cashcourse.org. I'm now going to walk you through registering and how to complete these assignments. Once you're at the site, under the Students section, you will select Register Now. You will be taken to the new student registration screen. Enter your first and last name, your UNCG email, and create a password. Select North Carolina under the state and then the University of North Carolina at Greensboro under the school. Then click Next. Read and accept the terms and conditions, then click Submit. Now click on Get Organized. Next, click on Assignments. From the drop-down menu, select Me, Sharice Robinson, as your professor. You will be taken to a list of assignments. Please complete 2 assignments. There are 31 to choose from. You only need to complete 2. Some of these assignments have a pre-test and a post-test, which will count for 1 assignment. Others have an interactive worksheet in which you will upload, or you can deliver them to 142B in the McKeever building. Select an assignment based on your interests. If you select an assignment with an interactive worksheet, you will need to download the document. If you wish to type on the PDF document, you will need to open it with Adobe Acrobat or with Microsoft Word. In order to do this, select the icon. You can save this to your desktop. Right-click and select Open with Adobe Acrobat or Microsoft Word. Once you have completed the assignment, save your completed document under your name and the name of the assignment. Then upload it to Blackboard. Here's how. Sign into Blackboard using your UNCG username and password. Select Special Support Services on the right side of the screen. Select Spartan Sense Assignments on the left side of the screen. You will be taken to a list of the worksheets. This screenshot shows just a few, but there are 17 options to choose from. You were able to click on the green words. There's also a copy of the worksheet that you can use from here. Once you have completed the worksheet, you will need to upload it to Blackboard. Here's how. Select Browse My Computer. Select the assignment you completed and saved, then open. Your assignment will show up on Blackboard. Click Submit. Once you click Submit, the Review Submission screen will come up. You are done. If you completed one of the quizzes, I will retrieve all scores. If you have any questions while attempting to complete your Spartan Sense assignments, please do not hesitate to email me. If you're unable to upload your assignments, please print them out and bring them to McKeever 142B. Don't forget, 2 assignments are required. Finally, I'm going to talk to you about the career assessment I mentioned earlier. So are you now wondering if you picked the right major? Maybe you're coming in as an undeclared student. Are you thinking of a backup major if that first plan doesn't go through? Are you unsure about the educational requirements for your intended major? If you answered yes to any of these questions, the computerized self-directed search could be very helpful. The Self-Directed Search, or SDS, is open to all SSS students and required for all undeclared students. Here is what the Self-Directed Search can do for you. You are invited to explore your career options at your earliest convenience so that you can feel confident about your major or career choice. Group discussion sessions and social activities are open to active SSS participants only. Dates, times, and locations will be announced. The next few slides contain some important academic and financial aid information. Familiarize yourself with this information, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Now that you know how I can assist you, please take a moment to complete the counseling request and counseling survey. That's all for the counseling component. I look forward to working with each of you this semester. Now Leah Miklia, our Assistant Director for Tutoring Services, is up next.
Welcome to the tutoring component of your online SSS orientation. Hi, I'm Leah Miklia, your Assistant Director for Tutoring Services. Please just call me Leah. I'm here to set you up with a great tutor to help you succeed in all your classes. Email is the best way to reach me, but feel free to stop by my office or give me a call. Tutoring through the Special Support Services is free, but it is a weekly commitment. Our tutors have previously taken and succeeded in the courses they tutor and can help you succeed too. We offer tutoring in as many courses as we can find tutors for, but it is on a first-come, first-served basis, and our tutors do fill their schedules fast. The deadline to request tutoring is October 31st this year. We always have tutors for most of the science, math, and language classes, as well as for the soft sciences like psychology and sociology. We typically do not offer tutoring for English, history, and a few other departments, but there are usually alternatives available. I highly recommend working with Kara and her graduate assistant on your academic skills for any of the classes you are taking, but especially those we don't have tutors for. Our tutors are trained by the Assistant Directors of Tutoring for both the Learning Assistance Center and the Special Support Services, as well as by veteran tutors who have a lot of experience. They earn internationally recognized CRLA certification as tutors through this training. Though you don't have to pay the tutors yourself, they do get paid for their time and hard work. It's a great college job with flexible hours, and it looks great on your resume. So if you're interested and eligible, you can become a tutor as well. So, how do you get one of these wonderful tutors? Once you complete your assessments and financial literacy, you can put in a request for tutoring. I'll send you the request form through your UNCG email, and you just have to fill it out and submit it. Once you've requested a tutor, I will let you know if we have a tutor available or not, and if we do, I'll share their contact information. You can still request a tutor later in the semester, but the deadline is October 31st. Remember, we operate on a first-come, first-served basis, so it's better to request tutoring early. If for some reason you don't hear from me, please let me know. Every once in a while something slips through the cracks, and you have to let me know if this happens to you. You are allowed 1 hour of tutoring per course in 2 courses in a given semester. When we have the funds available, you may be able to receive tutoring in a 3rd course. Students registered with ORS are eligible for a 2nd hour in each of these courses. As I said before, we may open up tutoring for a 3rd class if funding is available. Alright, so you've been assigned a tutor. You and your tutor will decide on a regular schedule, once a week in the same location. Most tutoring occurs either in our tutoring lab in McKeever 139B or in the Jackson Library. Remember, this is a weekly commitment. You can't just meet with a tutor when you feel you need help. We do ask that you come prepared, having studied and figured out what you want to focus on for each session. About once a month, you'll do an evaluation of yourself and your study habits with your tutor, then an evaluation of the tutor by yourself. Please be honest in these, as they are meant to help our tutors become even better. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, or if you just want to stop by and tell me how great your tutor is. Most of your communication should be with your tutor. I'm here to help too, but you'll mostly be working with them. As I mentioned earlier, you will have a consistent schedule with your tutor. You should plan to meet with them each week, not just when you're struggling. It's better to prevent yourself from getting behind than to have to catch up. If your tutor is not where you planned on meeting, or if you can't get a hold of them, let me know. So, what should you do to get the most out of your tutoring sessions? First of all, make sure you attend class. The tutors are meant to help you understand the material, but the professors are the ones who really teach you. Please be on time or early for your sessions. If you're running late, just let your tutor know. We do ask that you bring your class resources with you to the sessions. Each professor and each semester are different, so in order to help you with your classes, we need to know what resources you have. Your time during the session will be best served if you review the material ahead of time and know what you want to go over with the tutor. And don't expect the tutor to do all the work. They've already taken the class and earned their grade, but we want you to earn a good grade too. You do need to know your student ID to sign the session record. This is how we keep track of our service hours, so we can continue to receive funding from the federal government to serve you. If you need to cancel a session, let your tutor know as far in advance as possible. If you cancel with at least 6 hours notice, you can reschedule the session. If you don't let the tutor know at all that you will not be attending a session, this is considered a no-show. 2 of these in one course will result in a temporary suspension for tutoring for that course, and you'll have to come meet with me to have your tutoring reinstated. The same thing goes for if you do let your tutor know, but with less than 6 hours notice. This is considered an improper cancellation. After 3 of these for that course, you will be suspended from tutoring until you meet with me. We do appreciate you giving proper notice, the 6 or more hours, but you also can't do this too many times. If you reschedule a session, it doesn't count against you, but if you don't reschedule, this counts towards the 3 cancellations you are allowed before being suspended. If you do get suspended from tutoring for one course, you'll need to set up a meeting with me before you can be reinstated for that course. Ideally, this should never even come up. Just let your tutor know with sufficient notice if you need to miss a session. Most of our tutors are students like you and have limited schedules. Their time is just as valuable as yours. Please be considerate of them. This requires you to be diligent in attending your sessions every week, coming prepared, and making the most of these opportunities. You will receive a link to review the tutoring contract I discussed here when you get your tutor assignment. We ask that you review this before coming to your first session so you can discuss or clarify the details with your tutor. Please let me know if you have any questions. Next up, we'll show you around our offices and labs.
Offices and labs for special support services are in the McKeever building, located centrally among class buildings on UNCG's campus. The SSS Learning Lab is found in McKeever Room 105 and is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This lab is for SSS students only and offers the space and resources to study individual coursework and to utilize materials and software meant to enhance your learning. There are 6 Dell computers and 1 Mac available for student use in the SSS Learning Lab, all of which are equipped with Microsoft Office, internet connectivity, and a variety of software programs meant to supplement your academic skills and coursework. Printing and digital scanning are free, but students do need to bring their own paper to print. A lab monitor is always on hand to help with access to the printer and scanner, as well as to aid in any troubleshooting issues that may occur. Each time you enter and leave the lab, you will be asked to check in and out of the lab with the lab monitor on hand. This helps us track our most active participants and helps us in enforcing that the lab is only used by SSS students. The SSS lab is a great space to come to check emails and print course materials, but it also provides a quiet, studious atmosphere where you can focus on your reading or homework. To ensure that students can concentrate on their studies and that our equipment is maintained, we have a few guidelines for your time in the lab. Please be sure to turn your cell phones off or to silent. If you must take a call, please step out of the lab and nearby hallway so as not to disturb others. Also, no eating or drinking is permitted in the lab. You are welcome to use tables in room 142, right across the hall, to finish a snack or meal before using the lab. The SSS Learning Lab is your space, and we want to make it the most user-friendly as possible. If you have any technology or material requests that you would like to have access to in the lab, please let our lab monitors know and they will pass along your ideas.
The SSS Tutoring Lab is found in McKeever, room 139B, and is also open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It has 5 computers available for use by students and tutors, and a printer that is free to use as long as you bring your own paper. Lab monitors are there to help with troubleshooting, including if you need help identifying your tutor. As with the Learning Lab, you will be asked to check into the lab with a lab monitor on hand, especially if you are using the space to study before or after your tutoring session. Since we do sometimes have several tutoring sessions going on, please be courteous and try to keep your volume down. We want this space to be effective for everyone who uses it.
The main offices for the academic skills, counseling, and tutoring components are right across the hall from the SSS Learning Lab in room 142 of McKeever. Here you will find offices for Charisse, Kara, and Leah. If you are meeting with our graduate assistant for academic skills services, your skills sessions will take place in the SSS Learning Lab in McKeever 105. Mr. Foreman's office is in 139A McKeever, right next to the tutoring lab, and Tom Baxter is just across the hall from him in room 110. If you have any questions or need to talk to any of us, we are here for you. If the door is open and there is no other student in a session, please knock and ask if we have a moment to talk. Special Support Services also has helpful virtual space at UNCG. Through our website, success.uncg.edu, students can access basic information about our services and fill out online forms to request academic skills, counseling, or tutoring. Once you complete orientation, you will also be added to our Blackboard at UNCG group. Here, you will be able to catch any announcements about workshops, socials, or due dates, link to helpful handouts and tips from academic skills specialists and tutors, turn in some of your financial literacy assignments, or communicate via email with other SSS members about various activities, like planning a study group or attending an event in SSS or on campus. Special Support Services has a number of resources that students may use in the labs or check out to use over longer periods of time in order to improve performance in their classes. Both the SSS Learning and Tutoring Labs have various textbooks, practice manuals, and grad school test prep materials that students may use in the lab space. If there is not a high request for the grad school test prep materials, students may request to borrow the book for up to 1 month. Please ask Kara Baldwin about availability. We have scientific and graphing calculators that are available to borrow for a full semester at a time, as well as digital voice recorders that you can borrow for the semester. If you plan on recording lectures to listen to later, be sure to get the consent of your professor before doing so. Another option for recording lectures is the LiveScribe Smart Pen. Smart pens are able to record audio and sync the lecture or class discussion to the handwritten notes you take at the same time. The pen allows you to tap on your written notes and hear the recording of what your professor said at that exact moment. You can also plug the Smart Pen into your computer to save the audio and image files. Finally, we have a few Dell laptops that we loan to students who are active in SSS and also registered with the Office of Accessibility Resources and Services, also known as ORS, on campus. Laptops can be checked out for 1 month at a time. If no one else has requested to borrow one, they can be checked out to the same student for up to 1 semester. All items borrowed from SSS must be returned by the date indicated on the day of borrowing. Failure to return items may result in loss of borrowing privileges, fines, or holds on UNCG accounts until the item or its equivalent value are returned to SSS. To borrow a Live Scribe Pulse Smart Pen, contact Leah Miclia to set up a 15-minute appointment to sign the loan form and pick up the materials. To borrow library resources, calculators, digital voice recorders, or laptops, contact Kara Baldwin to set up a 15-minute appointment to sign the loan form and pick up the materials.
You are almost finished with completing our online orientation. Just a few more steps and you will officially be an active SSS student at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. The last few steps ask you to carefully read over the information, photo release statement, and contract of services, and accept these statements by checking the boxes of agreement following. Once you are on campus and settled, there are a few important dates coming up to keep in mind. Be sure to write these dates down in your calendar or planner so that you don't miss anything important. Lastly, I want to tell you about a resource that you may need while at UNCG. SSS works closely with other offices and organizations on campus to make sure you are doing okay and getting any help that you may need. If you get into academic trouble, please talk with us. Sometimes students end up in a situation where they face academic suspension or suspension of financial aid. The Special Support Services Program will serve as your advocate in any appeal situation. If you find yourself in need of appealing decisions about academic suspension or dismissal, satisfactory academic progress, or financial aid issues, contact me, John Foreman, for more help. Once I review your level of activity in the Special Support Services Program, and I'm sure that you've completed the basic assessments and financial literacy requirements, I will meet with you and provide specific guidance and assistance in making an appeal. Remember, as soon as you receive word via email that you face some sort of suspension or any other issue that requires an appeal, contact me and let's begin the appeals process. This is officially the end of the online orientation. Congratulations and welcome to SSS at UNCG. Just a reminder, Kara Baldwin will be sending an email to your UNCG email account about how to complete your assessments, and Sharice Robinson will be available for any questions you may have about your Spartan Sense assignments. As soon as you complete the 3 assessments and the 2 Spartan Sense assignments, you are eligible to pick up your goodie SSS messenger bag from Mr. Tom Baxter, located in the McKeever Building, room 110, or from John Foreman, also located in the McKeever Building, room 139A. We look forward to getting to know you in person, and we are excited to offer you support in the upcoming academic year. Thank you for taking the time to complete this orientation program, and we will see you soon.